Just wanted to make a video on the 560. I have a skid steer backhoe that I normally use with my John Deere skid steer, but I don't have that out here right now, so I wanted to still be able to use it up at our cabin. And so I took and I've had this global adapter, so it used to do a global hitch to skid steer universal quick attach, and I haven't had a use for it. It came with some other adapters I bought, so I ended up getting a couple of 2-point fast hitch arms and ended up welding those on. Not the prettiest welds, but I don't think they're gonna break on me. If they do, always just grind it out and do it over again. But it does actually work pretty well. I do need to obviously add some support up here. I was thinking about either putting some angle iron welded in between these, or this is the old locking system. There's the bigger pin on that side, but it's a smaller pin because there were some levers in there. I was thinking I could also drill out this bushing, put a big pin through, and then wrap a chain around either option and go to probably like the old loader brackets on the axle or something, just to get a little bit more of a rigid connection, just so it's not putting as much strain on the hitch. I don't want to break that, but with the lower hydraulic pressure on the 560 compared to a skid steer, it's not putting near as much strain on this hitch as it would a skid steer. It's got plenty of flow, so the backhoe operates rather quickly, but it just doesn't have quite the digging force, which is completely fine for occasional use. But need to swap out some lines on the raise and lower hitch cylinder, because that's pretty nasty. It's gonna pop sooner or later. I'd rather replace it beforehand. But only downside, it won't stay the detent on the hydraulics. You have to pull it forward, and once you're working, it'll pop it back into the neutral position. So I do have to use a bungee to just hold that open when you're running it, but it does work for what I need it for. It's better than not having a backhoe. But slowly fixing it up. Needs a lot of work. The backhoe, I've placed a couple hydraulic hoses on last year, and it doesn't really have any issues. It's got a smaller trenching bucket on it. I think it's a 12-inch bucket. So good for doing some dirt work. I had started to dig the footers for the addition on the cabin, and I did that with a mini excavator, but didn't want to keep that rental any longer, so figured I'd just set this up and then I can work on stuff as I have time. But quick walk around. I'll post another video once I have the hitch kind of done on this. I have some ratchet binders, so I'm thinking just chains with ratchet binders to tension it, and then I can adjust it for the height depending on what the hitch is set at. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.